All right, we just watched the preview for Ben Lacy's Shark of War Kickstarter, issues 1 through 4. It was probably about a year ago that I talked to Ben for the first time about the Kickstarter he was running then. He's running another one, so I thought that now would be a good time to bring him back. So let's go ahead and bring him in and find out about his latest project.
Oh, thank you, Chad. Really appreciate it.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. I'm 83% funded, which is probably my best first day ever to get that close. So I'm really hoping to hit goal soon.
Yeah.
So issues 1 through 4, you can pick up all 4. I've got early bird rewards, as you probably saw in the video, and I've got some special awards as well that you also saw.
So for people who didn't catch our first interview, kind of introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the Shark of War series.
Yeah, my name's Ben Lacy. I'm the writer and artist of Shark of War. It's been going on for about a year and a half now. I'm up to issue 4. I do all my own art. I use a combination of digital modeling and hand drawing, well, digital drawing as well to make my art. The story evolved originally as a short story concept. I had this idea for a shark with a jetpack, and then it evolved from there. And I said, that'd work better as a comic book. So I didn't know any artists, and I didn't draw. So I learned how to make my own art, so I could put together my comic book, and I created the story that's in the comic book. That's I think really. Hopefully people will enjoy the Shark of War, Jaws meets RoboCop style action, and the deeper levels. I sometimes look at artificial intelligence and how the shark has been modified to be this hybrid. Also to look at how sharks are viewed in media, where everybody's terrified of them, but in reality they have more to fear from us than we of them. So that's kind of the storylines you'll get to see. And I think the Jaws meets RoboCop comparison, for anybody who reads it's going to be really apt.
Now, last year you did the Kickstarter for issue 3. Is that correct?
The Kickstarter for issue 3 was March of this year.
Oh.
The Kickstarter for issue 2 was maybe that's when we talked. That was
Okay.
That was like a year ago. I'm trying to get these issues out every 3 or 4 months, but I'm winding out. It's winding up being more like 6 months. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping to have issue 5, which will wrap up this current storyline, done, March or April of next year, and that'll wrap up the storyline, and hopefully, I may continue the storyline. I've got some spin-off ideas.
Yeah.
I've got some other projects I'm working on, so I'm definitely be doing more stuff. But I'm going to you will get a conclusion to this current epic. It's not one of those things that runs on forever. I really try to tightly plot the story for my book. Each issue is kind of a complete story ending on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But issue 5 will everything will be resolved, though there may be possibility for more story.
And just kind of tell us about the main characters. And you mentioned it was RoboCop meets Jaws, but it's the government is doing experiments on the shark, or
the shark is very much the main character. We follow him, and he's our main point of view character. He was injured in an accident, and the government found him. They'd already been working on this secret illegal Black Ops military project to try and weaponize sharks. And since he was larger and bigger than any other shark they tried, the experiment actually succeeded with him, whereas before the sharks had just been dying. But it actually worked with him. They increased his intelligence. They added weapons and guns. They put into his brain an artificial intelligence that tries to give him orders and directives to follow government rules. Through a series of events, though, he's escaped and he's on the lam. But because of these directives, he's still, enforcing U.S. law as he sees fit. So he's taking out drug runners, human traffickers, gun runners, all along the eastern seaboard. The cartels don't necessarily like this, so they hire his creator to put a stop to him. She invents a horde of cyborg piranha, which I think you saw in the video, to take him down, and they almost succeed. But now he's finally recovered. He's been upgraded, and he's mad now because he's evolved enough now to have certain emotions that are relatable to humans, like anger and a desire for revenge, which a shark normally wouldn't feel. And he's experiencing these for the first time, and he's ready to get back at the people who wronged him.
So how do you, since write comic books aren't your main your main job, how have you feel that you've grown as a writer since the beginning?
Oh, I think I've both as a writer and an artist. Like I said, I didn't come into this able to do any art at all, so I've self-taught myself to be able to create art that I think shows my book off well. As a writer, I've been writing for quite a while, off and on. I think what this has really improved me as a writer is how to tell a concise story that goes 26, 28 pages, has a good ending to set up the next chapter, and then goes through to the next chapter in a similar manner, so that I can get the the kind of the comic book you want to have you don't want to have this story that just drags out forever. You read an issue and you're like, well, hey, nothing happened. You want to have something happen in every issue, but make you interested enough to read the next issue. And that's what I've tried to do here.
Nice. So let's talk about the Kickstarter itself. Let me just bring it up here on my screen, and so everybody can see it, and then we can talk about what you have you're offering for your rewards. There we go.
Awesome.
And it looks like you're close to meeting your goal, and you still have almost a month to go. That's great.
Yeah. This is better than this is my best start yet. So I'm really pleased about that. I've had a lot of returning backers. I've got a really high percentage of returning backers, which is really pleasing because it means I'm doing something right. What I really need is more new backers, and getting people to my page to get new backers is what I think would really push me over. So, but yeah, I'm doing much better than I have in the past in terms of starting amount.
Well, I mean, at least that maybe probably shows you that people are really enjoying what you're doing. So
yeah, I think anybody who gives it a chance will like it. I looked at my my Google Analytics, and I had like 100 some people visit the page, and I think like you can see I have 37 backers. So I'm getting a very people that actually look at it and give it a chance are very much open to it, especially if you're a shark fan, if you're a comic book fan, if you're fan of the old sci-fi movies. I think you'll really like this.
So what are what are the reward levels that you're offering, and what can people get for helping you get this project going?
Well, I really try to be competitive on my prices. A lot of people start talking about how you can't compete with the big guys, but I try to, and by adding more value, you can get my just issue 4 is $5 digitally. The first 4 issues are $12 digitally, which works out to $3 a page, and $3 an issue. And my issues are longer than your standard comic book. Each of them has 28 interior pages. Plus, the digital versions have extras, like I always do a Science of the Shark of War kind of feature in there. I show extra artwork in my digital packages. Of course, you also get your name on the inside front cover. My hard copy with shipping included is $13, and that also includes the digital version as well as a ship to you hard copy version. So I'm trying to be very price competitive. Plus, if you back by Friday, at any physical level, you're going to get my a template, a cardstock template of my paper Shark of War toy. Mm-hmm. And you're going to get a refrigerator magnet. So I'm trying to add, value to, if you go down there, you can see my 2 backer bonuses, my paper toy template. So you get a cardstock version of that, so you can make your own Sharkivore toy. Great project for any kid of all ages. Plus my Sharkivore refrigerator magnet.
Very
And then
nice.
then going up from there, you can
Sorry.
see I've got special covers. If you're a fan of Jaws, I always do a Jaws tribute cover. And this time I've gotten an artist, Amanda Rachels, who did a Death of Quint cover for me, that I think really came out cool. If you're a Jaws fan, you'll definitely like that cover.
Mm-hmm. So, how has the Kickstarter process been for you? I mean, from the very first one to this one where you're having a lot of success, and you have said that you try to be competitive, and you give people a lot for their money.
Yeah, I think, well, for the evolution, first off, I've done a lot of work trying to build up my mailing list and my presence on social media, especially Facebook, where I focus a lot. And you can go to the page, and I always post a lot there. I post, I have worked on building up an email list so that I have a bigger following than before. So I think that helped a lot, and I regularly communicate with them. I've also been doing a number of cons. I've done like 6 cons over since February, when cons in my area started back up again. And I'm going to be doing one this Sunday, in fact, in Columbia, South Carolina, the Columbia Toy and Comic Con in Columbia, South Carolina on Sunday. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing a couple more, one in Greenville in October, one in Georgia in October, and then in November I'm going to be doing Charleston Comic Con. So that also, I always try to, some of those people buy my books, some of them will sign up for my mailing list. So that also helps get the word out and spreads the word. But really, if the more people I can get to the page, the more likely I'm going to do on Kickstarter, because I think a lot of people, when they see it, will enjoy it and be interested.
So, I don't know. Is there anything else that maybe we did cover that you wanted to say about the project?
Just if you're a real shark fan, and you back above a certain level, I'm going to send you a fossilized shark tooth for free. I mean, this is 1 inch long plus long fossilized shark. I'm moving it around wrong. A fossilized shark tooth that's all wire wrapped and ready to put on a necklace. You'll have it by Christmas, so it'll make a great Christmas gift for any of your shark fans. This is a Cretalamna shark, which was a shark that lived about 50 million years ago, and it grew to 8 to 10 feet long, and it's an ancestor of the megalodon.
And I noticed that on your Kickstarter page, you kind of let people know that these are actually what are actually fossils and not ones that are harvested, right?
Yeah. The live shark teeth, if you're not finding it yourself on the beach or something like that, there's a chance it could have been unethically harvested from a shark that's been killed for its fins and other body parts. So I always use fossils that have been dead. Well, actually, fossils are not really ever been alive. They're minerals that have taken the place of the actual original tooth. So I always use fossils. I do not do live teeth.
Nice. And so you said that you have at least one more book in this series, and then there's some possibility. So spinoffs. Are we
Yeah,
going to get a spinoff of the piranha?
I'm actually, I've got like 3 ideas for a spinoff, and one would follow the assuming she survives, would follow the one of the villains who created the piranha, and look at the monster she's trying to create. Actually, for an anthology, I'm hoping to do a short story involving just that where she's working on a new monster to create for an upcoming anthology that's being run by Dren Productions, which is another small comic book publisher.
So, are you currently reading anything that you're enjoying, or you know?
One of my artists, you actually see it on behind me here. Actually, you can see his cover behind me here. Can I
Mhm.
point behind myself? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you can see the cover Brian Mahoney did for me for issue
Yeah.
3, and he's done an issue 4 cover too of the shark flying into battle. But he does a book called Mahoney's, which is a book about a kind of a bar for supervillains. It's a humorous. If you ever remember the old J.M. DeMatteis Justice League of America comic book, it was kind of a humorous style of superhero comic book. It's in that vein, so that's a book I've really enjoyed.
Nice. So, um, if there's, if you don't have anything else, how about you want to give a quick kind of a quick uh, wrap up, quick summary, quick pitch for the book
Sure,
and the Kickstarter?
Shark of War is Jaws meets RoboCop. It's Jaws if the shark were the hero. It's RoboCop if the cop were a shark. He's been a U.S. military experiment who's escaped and is on the loose in the Gulf of Mexico. And he's enforcing the laws he sees fit. The first 4 issues are all out now. I write and draw it myself. I could really use your support on my Kickstarter at sow.bitingcomics.com. And if you want to just read issue 1 for free, go to bitingcomics.com. You'll get issue 1, an extended issue 1 free. Plus, you'll also be able to download and print, if you'd like, my Shark of War paper toy.
Very nice. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, it looks like that. I mean, as of right now, it looks like you're going to have a very successful campaign.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you.
And thanks for coming back. It was great catching up with you. And if you ever have, whenever you want to, whenever you get to issue number 5, if you'd like to come back and kind of catch everybody back up about that, or any other projects that you're working on, then you're more than welcome to come back. And I'll try to keep in touch. But if you don't hear from me, don't hesitate to drop me a line.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Well, stay safe, stay healthy. Enjoy the conventions you go to. I still haven't been able to make it back to any because my son still hasn't been vaccinated, but hopefully that's changing here soon.
Yeah. My kids are all adults, so I don't, and they're all We're all vaccinated, so fortunately, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I definitely understand the concern.
All right. Well, it was great chatting with you, and like I said, let me know if you want to ever chat again, and I'll be in touch. So you be in touch and stay safe, and stay healthy.
No, thank you. Have a good
All right.
day.
All right. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.